this could blow the lid off of everything. Ghislaine Maxwell is now saying that she's willing to testify in front of Congress in regards to all of the knowledge that she has on the politicians, billionaires, Hollywood elites, and expose all the secrets that she has between her and the clients. But here's the catch. She wants to be pardoned. She wants immunity. She wants this 20-year sentence in front of her to go bye-bye. My name is Michael Boucher with the Freedom Front News, and let's dive into this very, very heavy topic.
Jeffrey Epstein co-conspirator Ghislaine Maxwell is asking the Supreme Court to overturn her sex trafficking conviction, arguing she should have been shielded under an earlier plea agreement between Epstein and federal prosecutors in Florida. It comes as President Donald Trump continues to brush off questions about a pardon, but hasn't ruled it out. Natalie Brand has the very latest.
Days after Ghislaine Maxwell sat for an interview with the Trump administration's Deputy Attorney General Todd Blanche about the Jeffrey Epstein case, she renewed a request for the U.S. Supreme Court to hear an appeal of her 2021 conviction of grooming underage girls for sexual abuse. Maxwell's attorney, David Marcus, in a statement even appealed to President Trump himself, quote, to recognize how profoundly unjust it is to, quote, scapegoat Maxwell for Epstein's crimes. Speaking to reporters in Scotland Monday, the president faced more questions about the Epstein files and a potential pardon for Maxwell.
Well, I'm allowed to give her a pardon, but nobody's approached me with it. Nobody's asked me about it.
President Trump continues to try to distance himself from convicted sex offender Jeffrey Epstein and dismiss the controversy, despite bipartisan calls for more transparency.
It's a hoax that's been built up way beyond proportion.
But over on Capitol Hill, even the president's Republican allies acknowledge the public's desire to see the files.
Epstein trafficked young women, many of them minors. The American people are entitled to know who, if anyone, besides himself, he trafficked these young women to.
Some Senate Democrats are also pushing the Justice Department to release recordings and notes from last week's 9-hour meeting between the Deputy Attorney General and Maxwell, which they've called highly unusual, if not unprecedented. Natalie Brand, CBS News, Washington.
So here's the deal. Ghislaine Maxwell wants to be free and clear. Trump has mentioned that no one's reached out to him in regards to a pardon. But we do know that the attorney of Ghislaine Maxwell has reached out to the Supreme Court saying, hey, I'll testify, but I need immunity. I think the problem is with this is that us as the American people do not want to see someone like Ghislaine Maxwell who've committed acts with Jeffrey Epstein. We don't want to see her walk away. We don't want to see her walk free and clear from these heinous, evil, demonic that she did with Jeffrey Epstein. But we really, really do want to know who was and who were the clients of Jeffrey Epstein and Ghislaine Maxwell. I'm really curious to see how this is all going to progress as we move forward throughout this. It's clear, it is recent news that the Supreme Court and Congress has rejected the plea to get the pardon. And obviously that's what we want to see, but we also want to see who exactly was on this list. And I think the biggest solution to all this is we need Donald Trump and the FBI to sit down and say, hey, we need to be honest, we need to be transparent, we want to be truthful, and we need to see everything. We can't have missing clips, we can't be having missing information. We need to see and know everything. We deserve it. As the American people, we deserve to know that, and also the people who were on that list, the clients, to be held accountable for their actions, no matter who they are. And I think right now, we the people are lacking the trust of the FBI government, because we know what was released was not everything. You can't tell me that there was no client list when right now Ghislaine Maxwell is facing 20 years in prison for clients that don't exist? That makes no sense. So I think the solution to this is we can't have Ghislaine Maxwell pardoned, but we do have an opportunity. Government, Donald Trump, the FBI, the DOJ, release everything we have. Release everything. Let us see everything. You don't need to hide it from us. We deserve it. We deserve to see the truth, and the truth will always prevail. Can't hide the truth for so long. It's going to come up. It's like pushing a balloon underwater, or one of those big yoga balls and trying to push them underwater. It's going to come up at some point. You can only push it down for so long. And we deserve the truth, especially 2025, President Trump's in office. We need to know who needs to be accountable. This is Michael Boucher with the Freedom Front News. Thank you so much for watching. Please comment, subscribe, like the channel. We're starting to grow a lot right now, and it's exciting. We're still small, but we're doing our best to grow. So please subscribe. It helps us out a bunch, and it helps us keep producing content like you're seeing right now. And we're super excited. Love you guys. Have a great day.